There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
And happy Sunday. This is GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Kind of Labor Day Eve, I guess you could say. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, and also hopefully that you are able to be able to enjoy it. For those of you who are working tomorrow, thank you. Hopefully you're going to be taken care of financially for it. For those who have to work, thank you for doing so. For those of you who are able to get the day off, enjoy. I hope you all have a great time with it. And tonight, as always, what we're going to do is we're going to try to talk to spirits. We're going to try to talk to your loved ones. We're going to try to talk to anybody who wants to listen to us via the spirit box. And I do want to just say that we have been, I've been getting stuff through the table over here. We had the Ovilus on, and we have two words that have come through so far, which is walk and evil, which is a very great thing to get through. I do want to point out, folks, I really do need to point this out, that you will see, now that I've made it so you can't see it, we're going to do it so you can see it. The last time I was able to get the camera to work, we had that bell on your left-hand side moving. That was moving. Nothing has changed here, and it is not moving, which is really interesting. I actually really like that, because what that means to me is that that this is spirit working. This is spirit talking to us. This is spirit working with us. Otherwise it was air or something. And that whole night, all I was doing was trying to debunk it, to see if there's air coming around and stuff. And it's really cool about how it's not moving. So of course now my cat is underneath the table. So if it does start moving, obviously we're going to start wondering if maybe that's what that's all about. But we might as well say real fast, I got a couple things going on over here. We have the REM pod over to the far, my far left, I guess. It's gone off already tonight. I'm going to have it go off right now to make sure it's working. So we have that. We have the Ovilus, which, like I said, has two words that have come through, which is walk and evil. And I don't know how many of you have an Ovilus, but when it says evil, the way it comes out, the voice is actually evil. It's really very interesting. Now, if you hear some slurping in the background, that is my cat licking plastic, because that's what he does. And we kind of have a love-hate relationship here where, we get along, but we don't get along. And he's right now trying to piss me off. And let me tell you, he's succeeding. So you might hear some slurping over there. Getting back to the table, we have the K2. We have a couple bells, one that you can't see quite as well. We have one over here. Like I said before, last couple times that we were on, or a couple times ago, that bell was moving. That was moving, and a lot of you had seen that. We have a flashlight. We have this little thing that kind of goes off. If you touch that, it goes off by itself. And we have an Ouija board that's over 100 years old. I'm seeing a lot of people who are putting in, saying hello. Greg, Jim, I think you might have the wrong show. I am not a baby nor a girl, but welcome all the same. Folks, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching. If you're watching from Paranormal Warehouse, Sharon, thank you very much for joining tonight. I hope you are well also. Have I got anything yet? Jeff, if you're talking about on the table itself, I've had the REM pod go off. I had the flashlight go off. So yeah, it's been kind of working, and I'm enjoying it. Just a couple things I want to talk about before we get to stuff. too much stuff, actually. You haven't even seen half of it. I mean, I could get a bigger table, okay? I could get a bigger table and really just deck the thing out. But, you know, some of you have said in the past that you wonder if it's too much choice for spirits, you know, having me do the spirit box and having this table of stuff. And, you know, that's a very, oh, hello, welcome. Well, there you go. You know, you give it, and then that's going off now by itself. Okay, so you had the flashlight go off. Now you had this, I don't even know what you call this little thing with the purple light. You can't see it's purple light. Can you turn that on again for us, please? Because that was cool. Because what was cool about that is that it was working, the flashlight went off, and then the thing next to it went off. Which I really like. And I'm pointing at the screen, like you could see me point at the screen, but you know, you can't see me. So what's the point? I see a number of you are watching from Paranormal Warehouse. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone who joins in. And as I say every single week, this is not me communicating with spirit. This is us communicating with spirit. We don't want your energy. We want your intention. And what the difference there with that is that your intention is what, you know, you're not giving anything apart from what you'd like to see happen. You're not giving your energy. I don't want you to give your energy. That's yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. We have a lot of devices around here that they can take their energy from. We don't need to put ourselves at risk, okay? Before I get started, let's see here. I got myself lost here. Not really. I mean, it's all relative, isn't it, Jeff? I mean, you could have one piece of equipment, and if you get good spirit communication, that's all you need, you know? And honestly, isn't our body, isn't that spirit, you know, the best form of getting spirit communication? Hello there. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen you on A's live feed. So thank you for joining me. Let's see here. A couple things before I get started, if you would indulge me for a moment. First of all, while I still have people here, I always like to point out that Ane is doing her one question readings this week on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday nights, she'll do it at 8 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time, and then Thursday at 7. Those are great if you have questions about, you know, should I get a new house? Am I going to get a new job? What I would always highly recommend to everybody is if you want something like, hey, can my dad come through? Or, you know, something that's a little bit meatier, I would highly recommend getting a private reading, which you could do so at www.onae.org. It's right there. Also, she's currently running something where if you like and follow her page, which is facebook.com/Tarot by Ane, you have the opportunity to get a free reading from her. And she has a post on that page to say how you can sign up and take part in it, okay? Go there, read the post, like it, please. Like the page, follow her, and you are going to get, you won't be disappointed. That I do know. Also, before I get into it, I do like to point out, I would like people to share this video. Sharing it allows more people in, allows more people to give their intention, and allows us to possibly have a better experience. Let's see, what do we got going on here? The Ovilist just spoke. You know, I hope this is a great sign to how active tonight's going to be. It says, okay, so it says alone and rate. So we so far have walk evil, alone, and rate. I wish it said share, because it'd be great. You know, it'd really kind of tie into what I'm trying to say, but I guess it's not always about me. But yes, share this video, please. I'd really appreciate it. It also works to be able to help me out also. And also real fast, I do know that folks have sent what they call stars. And they send it to me saying that, you know, they appreciate what I'm doing, but it doesn't benefit me at all. It benefits Paranormal Warehouse, which is, of course, fine. But if you are interested in sending a donation, you're more than welcome to do so at this PayPal below. You don't have to. It's not. It's just something I'm putting out there, but certainly it doesn't affect what we're going to do tonight. So, and then I'm going to do a scroll that basically just says where you can see my stuff. And let's get started. Okay, we've spoken enough about all sorts of things. Let's kind of see what we could do here. I'm just looking at some of the comments. Let's see here. Jeff, I think we'll see that tonight. You know, once we get started, once we get into it, I think we're going to get some stuff. I feel like it could be active. It could be a good night. And if we don't get stuff, I mean, that's the one thing I always tell people. There's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees that we're going to be able to get spirit communication. We just do our best. We come here with an open heart, and by doing so, we will make sure that we can, you know, do our very best. And folks, the point is that if you have a loved one you want me to try to reach, let me know. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So thirsty. Okay, I'm going to blow my own horn here for a minute and say that I've lost 60 pounds this year so far. I probably gained 30 back this weekend because I decided this weekend was going to be the weekend that I kind of indulge with all sorts of junk food and stuff, because I haven't done it in a while. So I know I gained some of that back, like 3-4 pounds, but still right now I feel like that if you threw me into like a lake, I would just kind of go to the bottom. And that might be all right, but I am really feeling pretty heavy at the moment. So if my chair collapses underneath me, I think you'll know why. Let's see here, what's going on? Not a whole lot yet. We had some Ovilus reaction. I'm hoping that we get something from the REM pod. That would be nice. Or if the bell would ring again, we'll see. Before we get started, as always, I highly recommend that we protect ourselves. And protecting ourselves is basically we are making sure that, first of all, your loved ones are going to come to you. You're going to open yourself up, and you're going to be able to, you know, get your loved ones in. What you don't want are the ones that are coming saying, "Ooh, bright light," basically. And they're going to want to join in, and they like your energy, and they kind of, you know, glom on to you. I've certainly had that a number of times. If you listen to Ane, which I would highly recommend, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he always recommends having salt with you, and doing so is a great protector. What I'm going to also suggest now, for those of you who do not have salt on you, to think of it this way. Think about start with your heart, okay? And start thinking about good things, and start thinking about loved ones. Start thinking about, you know, who you want to communicate with, because it's always about intention. We always say that. It's always about, you know, who is it that you want to talk to? Who is it that's out there that you want to say hi to? And you know, I've been listening to a metaphysical guy on YouTube. His name is Awesome AJ, which he's really interesting, and he also shares the same name as my cat, AJ. And he talks about, you know, when you're thinking about someone, think about those great memories you have with that person. You know, if you're thinking about your mom and you want your mom, there's a couple folks on here talking about their daughters, and think about those amazing memories that you have with them. That's going to be your intention. You want to have that. Okay. So start there, and, you know, think about your heart. And what we're going to do is there's going to be just a little light in your heart. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger, okay? Just the more positive you think, the bigger that light gets, because it's protection. And what it's end up going to do is going to get bigger, 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 and it's going to cover your entire body. It's like a shield, isn't it? It's like armor, and it's protection. It's protection of your own will. It's protection from your loved ones, your spirit guides, because this is something that you can ask for when we're not doing spirit box sessions. It doesn't matter. What it matters is that you're getting that protection. And then imagine that going from wall to wall. Extend it, and extend it that it covers everyone in your family, even the folks that are not doing a spirit box session with us tonight. Just protect them. Everyone deserves to be protected. And just feel good and enjoy that moment, okay? Enjoy all of that. And that is our protection to get us to the spirit box session. And what I also like to do is I like to basically, I just want to do a little pendulum here. And what we do here is I just want to, and sometimes we can even ask, instead of just using spirit box, I can use a pendulum. I actually am fairly good at this. And it's right now, can you show me yes, please? I never assume that it's always going to be this way for yes, even though it is. For me, that is. Can you show me no, please? You see, it's now circular. It's going from my right to left in a circular motion. That is no. Thank you very much. I'm not really going to ask any questions right now, but this is open to all spirits that we want to communicate with. I have people here who want to reach out to their families, friends, moms, dads, daughters, sons, everybody. And all that I'm wanting to know is, will you talk to them tonight? And okay, so it's kind of picked up here a little bit. Please talk to them, and please, dare I say it, everyone comes through at once. Can you do so in a way that gives us maybe more of one at a time to make sure that the loved ones we're trying to reach show up, please? Because that's all we want to do. And anyone else who's not a loved one we're trying to communicate with, we'll talk to you also. We'll always talk to you, okay? We're not here to exploit you. We're not here. We understand that you are not someone who just will just talk to, that we're just trying to get a thrill talking to you. We literally want to talk with you for loved ones. And also, if you need to be crossed, we'll cross you over, okay? Will you do that for us? Spirits, I do want to remind you, and I think some of you already know this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That over here, that there's ways that you can talk to us. You can talk to us just by coming over to this over here. You can talk to us. All right. You can ring a bell. There's another one right here. You use your energy to make that go. Now, of course, that's moving because I moved it. You all see that, right? You can light up the K2. You can light up the flashlight. You did it once already. You can light this little guy up. You can talk to here. Please do so, and please talk to us. We really would like to hear from you. All right, folks. Let's see. What are we doing now? What we're going to do tonight, we will talk with spirits. We will also use spirit box. Then we're going to try crossing over spirits. We do that every week. And if there's time afterwards, anyone who has any paranormal questions, general paranormal questions, please let me know. We could just talk about a couple things if we have that time. And if anyone wants to know, I don't come to you as an expert. I come to you as somebody who wants to help also. So we have our recording device here. It's we're now recording. As always, you tag your recording. This is Sunday, September 6th. It's 10:23 p.m. We are doing a spirit box session. As always, because we've been getting such good results on this, I am using the SB7 Spirit Box. As I always say also, people who have done this for a while, they probably are like, ooh, SB7, you know, we have a bunch of apps, or we have custom built stuff, or all this other things that we like to use. Well, those who've been listening for the last number of weeks, we've been getting some good stuff on here. Also, I get a lot of people who ask me, you know, I want to do spirit boxes. I've never done a spirit box session, but I want to get one. What spirit box would you recommend that I get? I will always say, get one of these because they're easily available and you're going to get some response from it. You know, you're going to be able to see whether or not this is the right thing for you, as spirit boxes in general. These things run about $60. You're going to be able to see if this is the right thing for you, and from there, decide if you want to keep doing it. This is where I started. In fact, this is the very first one that I ever had. And then from there, my collection grew. The more I want to try different things. And, you know, you need patience when you use this stuff because it doesn't always happen right away. All right, let's start. I'm going to do a reverse sweep, and we are going to talk. Let me know if it's not loud enough. You know, this is something we always run into, so. Let's begin. All right. Hello. How are you doing? Well. And you? I'm doing well, thank you very much. Did you hear that? How are you doing? Well. And you? I'm well. Did you hear that? That's pretty cool. Don't forget, spirits, you can, I saw the bell move, but I think that's still for me. I got like really excited for a second. You can have any of the, you can make any of the devices go off, okay? Please do so.
Right.
Thought I heard my name. How many spirits do I have in here with me right now? Could I get a number, please? No response, huh? Do you not know? All right. Now remember, I'm asking if you can go one at a time. Try to, so that we could have, you know, as many meaningful reactions as possible and get to everybody, okay? Okay, so Sharon heard 3. All right, that's fine. Thank you, Sharon. Let's talk. Let's talk to some folks, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, Sharon, let's see what we can do here. So Sharon, do you think that we even really need to ask the spirit box about that? Of course he's going to be there with you, but we'll do so anyway, okay? We'll see what we can do. Okay. I mean, they're always with you, aren't they? I mean, and that's the thing that I run into quite a bit when folks are like, I want to know if my parents are with me. I don't feel like they're with me. And, you know, they are with you. They're always with you. We just don't. We're always. We're not always aware of it. We're living our lives, and we're not always aware of what's happening around us because we're so into our own lives. We're trying to reach Tom. Sharon's dad, Tom, are you here? Sharon's going to have some major surgery this week. She just wants to know that you're going to be there. Can you just tell her that you're going to be there, please? Tom, can you let us know that you're hearing us? And it doesn't have to be through here. You could also do it through the devices on the table too, okay? But I just want to know that you're going to be there for Sharon, okay? And I totally get it, Sharon. I totally get it. And the fact that we're not hearing anything, I wouldn't take as anything other than we're kind of getting going on this, okay? Like we said, no guarantees, but let's try again in a little bit, okay? Right, Uncle Tom? Or not Uncle Tom, geez. Tom the dad. Already, it's already hitting me. It's interesting, we're getting some stuff, and now it kind of seems quieted down. Gene, Uncle Gene. Okay, are you here? I'm like, I see a light go off. What's this? Seriously, I've used this equipment before. I know it doesn't always seem like that. Uncle Gene on Bev. Got another word for the obelisk? Right here. This is one of those situations where I feel like that we kind of need to get things moving here to be able to get them to start talking with us. You know, it's as you all know, because a lot of you have been with me for a while, stuff doesn't always happen automatically. So we'll just kind of work our way through it. Could I get a name of any spirits in this room with me, please? Todd, was that Tom that you heard say that? Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Are you wanting the spirits to tell us the next word on the obelisk, or you want to know what was being said? It would be interesting if Spirit could say a word and then have it turn up over here. Oh, we just had another word show up. What about that? Can you tell me, Spirit, can you tell me what word just showed up? Now it's interesting because it sounded like a two-syllable word. I will tell you all what showed up on the obelisk. And that's the word. The word is table that showed up.
No.
What else came up there? Preacher. Preacher just showed up. Is there a preacher? Is there a preacher with me right now? If there's a preacher here, can you let me know, please?
Nick?
Did I thought someone said Nick? It sounded like Nick. Do I have a Nick here with me? Going through. Okay. Are you Nick? Or are you looking for a Nick? Sharon, are you saying yes to the preacher, if there's a preacher here? Jana, are you asking where I am currently myself? Because I'm in St. Michael, Minnesota at the moment. At the moment, where else am I going to be? Like I change every week, I'm somewhere different. This is where I'm always at. Okay, we got another obelisk. I mean, it's interesting because we don't normally get this many words for the obelisk that come through. SJB? Oh, sorry, the words are so close. It's sub, S-U-B. The letters are too close. Clearly, it's time that I start getting glasses or something. All right, Jim, let's see what we can do here. Hey.
Lisa?
Hey, what did he say? That's what he said. Hey, what did he say? Who are you? Now it's important to note that the bell is not moving, because if it starts moving again, then we know that something's going on. Because remember, I did move it myself about 10 minutes ago, and it took a while for it to stop. All right, Jim. Is Jim's dad here? Here. Said here. Do you forgive Jim for not being? Do you forgive him for not being there when you pass? Did you hear Jim? Sharon also heard here. Let's do this. All right, Jim? Can you show me yes, please? Can you show me no? Is Jim's dad here? Do you forgive Jim for not being there when you passed away? That's a yes, Jim. Okay? It's not through the spirit box, but it's through the pendulum, and that he forgives you. Was it ever an issue that to you that he wasn't there when you passed? No. So you forgive him. Spirit box just said I do. Jim, I hope you've heard some of this, okay? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Spirits, you're welcome to try. You were using this table to communicate with us. Why don't you do that now? Can you make the REM pod go off for us, please? Yeah, I heard it too. Let's see. They're talking amongst themselves. All right. All right, Karen, let's see what we can do. John Cassidy, your daughter would like to talk to you, would like to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Are you here? John, could you please show me a sign that you're here? Your daughter would really like to hear from you. Your daughter, Karen? Can you say her name for us, please? Can you say Karen, please? Kind of sounded like it. I thought, okay, Todd agrees with me. I thought I heard it, actually. It's so hard. It's so hard because I don't want to get your hopes up. But I feel like we're starting to finally get somewhere. Okay. Obelisk is going well tonight. What do we got, Obelisk? Spoon. Hopefully that means something to one of you. Spoon. Is somebody on the spirit board right now? You know who I'm talking to. Let me see here. So, Karen, a couple of us thought we heard your name. John, are you here? John Cassidy, are you here? I thought so. I know. Okay. So, what else do we have going on here? Yep, I can hear you. I want to try this again. Okay, Sharon? Sharon Dad's Tom. Tom, are you here? Tom would really like to hear your voice. Tom, do you hear that? Tom. Can you say your daughter's name, Sharon, for us? Please. Okay, what came through the obelisk? Ashes. Sharon, did you hear that? Did you hear your dad's name? Well, that's what we would like, right? Especially if a spirit wants to keep, don't we all? That's interesting. All right. So, okay, I got a couple of people I want to get to real fast here. All right, Adrienne. Brother Timmy comes through. Good. I'm happy. I really am. That's the point of this for me, is that we can get loved ones to come through. Adrienne's brother, Timmy. Timmy, are you here? Timmy, can you say anything to us, please? 14. Did you hear that? 14. Does that have any significance to anybody? 14. Timmy, was that you by chance? What is that? That's what they said. What is that? Fourteen. 14. Thank you. Timmy, is there a way that you can? Is there a way that you can turn on a device over here or something if you don't want to say something to us through here? I think it's just amazing how that has become quiet over there. That nothing is happening, and that we did get some activity, and the most activity that I got was actually prior to us starting. So your birthday's on the 14th, okay. Let's see. Getting a lot of spirit asking, what is that? Hi, Suzanne. I'm not sure if you're still here with me or not, but we will certainly give it a shot, okay? I mean, you know he knows about you, right? I mean, that's the brilliant part about all this. They're always with us. I mean, have you ever found a feather? Have you ever found a quarter or a coin on the floor that you didn't know was there? Those are gifts. Edward Maynard? Are you here? Your granddaughter wants to hear from you. Edward, are you able to say anything to us? Even a hello? It's interesting. keep asking for him to come through, okay? I don't have to be asking him for him to show up, okay? Ask him to say your name. Ask him to, all sorts of things. I don't think that that's too far from the truth, to be honest. And that's why I asked, like, can spirits come through one at a time, try to be respectful? Can you imagine that, they have a chance to be heard? And how many of these spirits are actually spirits that we didn't call in, that we're now a beacon, and they're all coming to us? Okay, so this is interesting. So you're saying that my video just started playing on your phone while it was in your pocket? So you didn't start it up, it just started playing automatically, okay? And then you say that, heard me say something about the number 14, does it relate to that? Yes, I do very much. I know it's the 144,000 sealed. What does that mean? Can you let me know what that means, please? Yeah, I heard it too. All right, did you hear that, Ane? Ane, mark this time, Ane. It is 10:55, and I heard your name come through. Did you hear your name come through just now? It was like a small voice, but it was a woman's voice. To me, it was very clear. Did anyone else hear that? So it's 10:55. My recorder has it at 32:58 that I can kind of go back and listen to. Okay, so you heard it. And you're telling me that this is the rapture that 14 means. But I said 14, not 144,000. I mean, the synchronicity with the numbers, but it's not the same number, right? I'm not trying to blow holes through it, but I'm just curious how you're making that connection. And once again, I know that I'm probably sounding like I'm being sarcastic, but I don't know where you're making that connection. I'd love to know your thought process with that, or what I don't know, which is a lot. A lot of people also heard Ane's name, including Ane. That's always good. Is there any of Ane's relatives here? I know the answer, but could you say it, please? Could I get the name of Ane's relatives that it can speak to me right now, please? I'm just listening. Did I hear Tony? Did I hear the name Tony come through? Hi, Anita. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
Todd, I don't know if you're still on here, but can you refresh my memory of what your brother's name was, please? Jennifer, who would you like us to try to reach? Toby. Could that be what I heard? Did you hear anything like that, Todd? Sorry, my eyes are a little sore today. So if I'm doing funny things with them, I know I am. Speaking of which, and I know I brought this up before, I've investigated at Todd and his wife's house in Iowa, and their addresses, not that I can't give away their address, but it's an amazing place. But we did pick up his brother there. We picked up my dad there. We got my dad's cologne. I'm talking over responses. Toby, are you here? Toby, it's really important if you could respond as clear as possible. I'd like to hear you, and Todd would like to hear you. That was a crazy night. That was a crazy night. And it started actually before we started shooting for a web series, being down in their living room, dining room area, and I was standing right where I believe your wife's grandma used to sit, and I got a tug on my back, if I'm not mistaken. You're holding his ashes right now? Have you been holding his ashes? You do know what came through. What's the most recent word on the obelisk, right? Is ashes. Right? You see that, right? By the way, is there a spirit swearing at us? I feel like... Okay. Good. 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 Toby, do you have anything to say to your brother? Did he ever call you bro or bra? We just got something like that. Toby, was that you that put ashes on the obelisk And is there anything else that you can make go off on the table over here, please? Very, very possible. Because it seems like he is here for you tonight. How cool. How amazing. Very, very cool. Behind a lot of other voices, right? My goodness. Your name keeps coming through, Todd. Are you hearing this? Are there other people trying to get Todd's attention other than just Toby? Yeah? Who else is trying to get a Todd's attention? Good. If it's of any consolation, nor did I, Todd. You're having your brother try to get a hold of you and get your attention. I'm having my damn cat scratching at me down here trying to get my attention. You couldn't be more right. You really couldn't be more right about that. And you, Todd, you can't be more right either. I keep hearing your name also. And F you. And I don't think it has anything to do with you, but I keep hearing the syncopation of the phrase of F you. I hear it over and over and over again tonight. And I've only heard it one other time like this. This is interesting. And then you have this. Could that be connected? Said, yeah. Who's swearing at us? I mean, possibly, but we're getting him. We know it's him. But there's something else that's trying to, that's angry. Yeah. This is how they sound. You're never going to get a super clear response, if that's what you're asking about. That's just kind of why it sounds the way it does. You know, we just can't control, spirit can't control how they come through to us. We're lucky when we're getting a phrase or a word.
maximum.
We're still live, just so you know. Carrie, here's the thing. Just say it again. There's a pattern to it. Same phrase over and over and over again. And that's something that is something that is kind of worrisome, to be very honest. I've run into this before. If you've watched me long enough, you've also run into this before. What we're trying to do is we try to reach specific people. I'm now going to turn it over to seeing if any spirits want to be crossed over. But also at the same time, what we end up doing is that whoever comes through, I'm going to go and try to track down who that is, even if I'm trying to track down someone else, because what's happening is that we have one chance really to get whatever spirits that come through to talk to us. So yeah, I'm reading some of the stuff. Yes, I really would. I'd love to come back to your house if that would still be a possibility. A lot of stuff going on there. Do you still get the activity? There we go again. I think there's something going on. I really do. What would happen if you held it upright versus straight ahead? Do you mean like this, Molly? I hold it like this so that you can hear it better. I'll tell you one thing that I find for myself is that if I'm holding it, and not saying me in particular, but if I hold it, that I feel like that I'm getting more responses. I feel like it needs to be held to get responses. What, the swearing? The FU? Okay, just want to make sure I understood. Ooh, can't wait to find out. My name just came through. I am trying it, right? I mean, this is what you're talking about, right, Molly?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I think too. That's why I do it. I like to give it the personal touch. I'll tell you, Molly, when I'm doing investigations, I hold it like this. I hold it like this because I want you all to hear it. The responses still do come through. Todd's name just came through again. Did you hear that? How do you know my heart isn't just dark and cold, though? That's the real question. Are you hearing it too, Tanya? Well, it makes me wonder if last time this happened, it was to do with somebody who hadn't been listening. All right, why don't we do this? Any spirits need to be crossed over tonight? Sounds like yes. Sounds like a number of you. Folks, this is where I need your help. I will cross over spirits, but I need your intention, not your energy, your intention to help guide them through, okay? Because, and once I turn this off, for those who want to know, I can explain why we believe that spirits don't always cross over, okay? So let's do this. Let's cross some spirits over. Spirits, we're opening up a light for you. Okay? I'm opening up a light. It's a light that you can see. It's a light that you need to go to. We're all wanting you to go to that light and cross through it. Robert, do you understand me? Do you see the light? That light is there for you to cross through, okay? Do you see it? Cross through, okay? Did you cross? Yes. There. You all cross then. Good. No responses. Here. They're here. I can go. Yes, you can. The light's still open. Cross. You have every right to cross over, okay? Spirits, do you have anything else you want to say to us? Spirit. All right. With that, I end this session. Yeah. Thank you for talking with us. I shut down the session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're closed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that, what I really need you all to do, especially since we had some kind of spirit, something that was, I think, interfering tonight. That was, you know, some of you said, well, maybe it's just a foul mouth spirit or something like that. I believe it's something else. And all I'm going to say is that this is where every night when we do this, that we got to make sure that we close the loop and shut the door in the session, that we tell them, and you say this out loud so that you can hear it and spirits can hear it. You are no longer allowed to talk with me. This does not include your families who are around. And I'm not sure why my cat's running at me. But this session is closed. You are not allowed to interact with us anymore. Thank you for talking with us, but we are done for the night, okay? And with that, you know, if you have your salt, hold on to your salt. Just keep saying it. If you have like Florida water, you know, just, you know, spray it. And just, you know, my favorite archangel is Saint Michael, which is funny since I live in Saint Michael. And, you know, just call upon your archangels, Metatron, whomever else, to make sure that you're safe, okay? Because that's what it's all about. Also, if something happens to you ever after one of these sessions, and I've had this happen before with people who've actually been scratched, which is not common, by the way, just let me know, you know, if something isn't right, and we can help, okay? We can help. So if anyone has any questions, just in general paranormal questions, I'd be happy to answer them real fast. I do want to just remind folks who are still with me that don't forget on Tuesday and Thursday, Ane will be doing one-question readings. And some of you asked me questions tonight that's actually better for her. And she is going to be on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. my time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. So just so you know. Also, if any of you are supporters of Paranormal Warehouse, at some point I will be doing a private session for supporters only. We'll figure out when that is, but I will let everyone know. So if you think about becoming a supporter, please consider doing so because they're working on ways to make it really interesting for supporters to get access to content that's not available for all of Paranormal Warehouse, which is really kind of fun. And that would be really pretty cool. You know, when stuff like that happens, you got to ask yourself, who do you think it is? And your intuition, because everyone has it, will tell you immediately who it is. So, you know, I don't know what I just saw. So, you know, Karen, who do you think that was? I could tell you, you know who that was. And very cool, Gary. Well, thank you very much. It might just be you and me when I do this. But we'll do private spirit box sessions, and we'll maybe try different boxes that I don't try on here. Sharon asks, how do you know or find out who your spirit guide or guides are? Well, there's a number of ways, actually. You can ask. It's amazing what, you know, for people who think, well, I'm not, you know, I don't have those abilities. You definitely can have those abilities. It just takes some concentration. You know, I seem to quote Ane quite a bit tonight, but what she says makes a lot of sense. And one of the things that she says when you're trying to, you know, have that connection with spirit and trying to kind of get your mindset in the way to do that, is doing some mundane tasks. You know, she talks about like washing dishes or something, you know, something that you're just automatically doing. You're not really thinking. That's where your mind goes other places. And from there, you're able to, you know, start bringing in things. So, you know, those are maybe when you can ask questions. You know, you could just ask, you know, I kept hearing noises like, what is it? Well, it's the obelisk going off. I thought it was the cat. Syllables and scruple. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe that means something to all of you. But that is what I would recommend is, you know, trying to find ways to, you know, ask the question. If a name comes in, you'll know. If like you ask, well, this is hypothetical, of course, like who's my spirit guide? And all of a sudden you just, Dad pops in. Then it's it's quite a lot. That means quite a lot. Okay. Let's see. How do you become a supporter? There is, the way I think it works, because I just did it because I wanted to see if it worked, is there is a supporter Facebook page for Paranormal Warehouse. And to be able to see the content, you sign up for the $4.99 a month. No, I'm just kidding. $4.99 a month. And you do it, and that's when it happens. And one of the things I'm working with the leadership folks of Paranormal Warehouse is how to make sure that everyone knows what's going on, because I think part of the way to get supporters is to entice them with like what's happening, and that's stuff that I think is being worked on, and it will become cool. I think there's some teething, that we're working out and whatnot. So please do that. Flatfoot, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're asking for. I did see that you posted a couple other times. I can go back and look. If you need my help, you can, and as well as anyone else, you can email me at greg@mn-ghostbox.org. Also, there is, you can see me on my Facebook page. There's also facebook.com/Minnesota Ghostbox, MN Ghostbox. However you want to do it. There's always something moving around here. Some noise being made, something sounding like it's falling. I take, once again, my cue from my cat. If he's looking, then I know that that's, number one, not him, and secondly, something to kind of deal with. So with that being said, everyone, thank you very much. You can always reach me. You can friend me on Facebook or whatever. And just one more, Jennifer, how can I find out if my little girl's father comes inside my house? I've heard his voice saying her name. With respect, I think you already found out, right? I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like to me. But we can talk more about this offline if you like. Send me a message and I can walk through it more with you. As far as anyone else, you feel free to reach out to me, do whatever you need to. I'm here to help. Thank you very much. Thank you for your help. And I know that you helped tonight. Thank you, Carrie. Very much so, always. Folks, let me know if you need my help. I'll let you go. We've had a long session tonight, but it was great. And I really appreciate everybody's involvement. And we'll do this again next week. If you need anything, reach out to me, and we'll talk later. Have a great week. Have a great Labor Day, and we'll talk next week. Good night, and take care, everybody.